Okay, part 3. We're going to get through this today. Of go to God with your business. Part 3. And in part 3, here's what I want to mention in part 3. When we rush into making unwise decisions, you know where that comes from? Connecting yourself with the wrong people. That's where that comes from. When you connect yourself with the wrong people, what you do, you start treating God like he doesn't know how to take care of you. I said in the last video, we are too earth-centered. We're too earth-centered. And we won't shut our mouths. We will not shut our mouths. And this is why, let's be honest, this is why our business is everybody's business. Because when you don't go to God, you know what happens? Let's be honest. When you don't go to God, you start making unwise decisions. You have people in your life that have no business being in your life. God didn't put them people there. You went got them people. Because you reached out to the masses instead of reaching out to God. Now you're making unwise decisions. Unwise decisions. Things that's going to end up stagnating you, something you could have been got through, but now you've created more because you have interjected people into your life that God didn't choose for your life. See, some situations you go through, God allowed that thing because he wanted to show you how he could bring you through. You were supposed to be a testimony, but you didn't listen to God. You listened to this, your heart, your emotions. Never once went to God. Now you angry, you depressed, you all of these things that could have been avoided. You agitated. You get a no rest because you tried to handle something that should have been placed in God's hands. Not yours, God's hands. God said, I can handle anything you go through. But you so caught up, and when I say that, I'm talking about myself too, because we all guilty of it. Now you hostile and you're angry with God and you're agitated. And why I'm going through this? And why is I'm always having experiences? And why my life so upside down? Because you're not listening to God. You're running to the people. You're not listening to God at all. And God knows you need some peace. So he tried to put you in a quiet place. But you take yourself out of that quiet place and start mixing in with people trying to make yourself feel better, right? So now what you're getting is temporary happiness. Because listen here, happy is just what the words say. Happy only depends on what's happening. So you got to keep something happening to keep yourself happy. You think that's God? God said, I don't want to give you happy. I want to give you joy. I want to give you peace. I want to give you rest. I want to give you resolutions. You understand what I'm saying? What I give you today gonna last you forever. What Satan gives you today, he gonna take it back tomorrow. Whatever Satan gives you today, he gonna take it back tomorrow. Those people that you went out there and placed in your life because you didn't go to God, you start pulling for people And that can be, listen, that can be family. That can be so-called friends. That can be strangers. You would got that. And God not once told you to go do what you went done. Now you're mad with God. You could have been stopped crying behind that situation, but you didn't listen to God. Because God had a message in your situation. God had a message. But no, you couldn't wait on God. You just couldn't wait on God. Now, because you ran to the world, you can't get past your ills now. You can't get past your hostile attitude. You can't get past your anger, your worrying, your unforgiveness. All them things that you could have been past, but you can't get past them because you sat there and went to the people instead of going to God. And you think God is pleased with that. And the only reason why I'm talking about this today is because this is what God laid on my heart to talk about. Because all of us are guilty in talking too much. And God has had to tell you and I, shut your mouth. Would you just shut your mouth? Will you just be quiet? Will you just listen to me? But you won't do it. And so all them things that you could have, all them ills that you could have been past, all that hostility, all that anger, all that depression, all that loneliness, all that unforgiveness, you could have been past that. But you still in it because you trying to fix it. You won't let God fix it. And as long as you try to fix it, it's going to go on and on and on. And you're going to stay in it longer than you would if you just listen to God. We need to be in some quiet places sometime away from everybody so we can hear God's voice. I tell myself that sometimes I can just be riding or I can be walking and I say, I need to go spend some time with God. I need to just ride out to the beach and just park my car, look at the waves and just meditate and listen for the voice of God. Because life can be something else to a point where you just can't handle it. And instead of running to the people, you, me, and everybody else better start running to God. Because the people you running to, they got more mess in their life than you know. But they love being in your life because they don't have to look at their mess. Because they got your mess to look at. And you think God is pleased with that? They didn't create that. You did. Because you won't shut your mouth and go in silence and wait for God to tell you to come out and wait for God to bring you out. He'll clean you up. And I can tell you because I've been there. All right? Shut your mouth. That goes for all of us. All right?